This goes out to every single Ron Paul supporter out there. For the people who think Ron Paul is against the New World Order because he tells you about the big, bad Federal Reserve. Let me tell you something. Study history, folks. Mr. Lenin, one of the original Bolshevik revolutionaries in Russia, said it best. He said the best way to control the opposition is to lead it. So you see, what happens is every time there's a diabolical economic terrorist like the Federal Reserve or the First Bank, a Central Bank of America, or the Second Central Bank, or all these other phony banks around the world, they know information leaks. The elite are very smart. In most cases, believe it or not, they're smarter than you. I know it's hard for you guys to believe that. But see, they understand how the pendulum swings one way or another. And to keep the pendulum from swinging real hard one way or real hard another, what they do is they put people in like Ron Paul to talk about the negative. Because people like Ron Paul, they're going to give you little bits of information. They really are. But see, the best lies always have a little truth in it. Remember that. Let me give you an example of what Ron Paul's mission for the New World Order is. Number one, it's to identify the potential threats. That's the first thing Ron Paul does. See, because all the people who are donating to Ron Paul, talking about end the Fed, go after the New World Order, well, see, now the New World Order knows who you are. Thank you, Dr. Paul. You understand? They've identified you through their controlled opposition. Second of all, why is it when a guy like President JFK passes Executive Order 11110 on 6/4/1963, he gets a bullet a few months later? Why is it Dr. Paul can talk about it now, but when JFK tried to do something about it, he gets a bullet? As a matter of fact, Ronald Reagan started talking something about auditing the Fed in 1981. All of a sudden, he gets a bullet in him too. The point of all the information coming out on the Fed now is the Federal Reserve has outlived its usefulness. See, the true story of the Fed was supposed to be the world reserve currency for 100 years. They're supposed to control the US dollar for about 100 years. Well, time's up now. And now they need the information to leak about the Fed so the people get all riled up and they go after the Fed. And then when the Fed is destroyed and everyone's so happy, there's something even more diabolical that takes its place. See, sometimes it's better to deal with the devil you know than the devil you don't. Well, I understand this is above most people out there. But another main reason you know about the Fed now and you didn't know about it then is because to have a new world order, you have to destroy all the currencies of the world, and especially the world reserve currency, the US dollar. And while the euro will go before the dollar, understand this, they will turn the mobs against the Federal Reserve when they see fit. That's how this, let me give you an example of how this world works. There are plenty of women out there who go around, sleep around like whores, and then get abortions. And those same women will start protesting Casey Anthony because they believe she killed her child. But what they did doesn't matter. See how they've been brainwashed? I know if you're thinking I'm crazy, then you're probably one of those brainwashed sheep. The next one, Michael Vick, 2007, I believe it happened. Michael Vick killed some dogs, right? Well, those same people who were protesting Michael Vick were going to McDonald's, Burger King, or to a steakhouse right afterwards. So they're protesting about killing dogs, but yet they're eating beef. You think that cow was humanely killed? As a matter of fact, let me give you a fact that you guys might not know. At least Michael Vick gave those dogs a chance. What kind of chance did the cow have against the butcher? In closing, you know this information because they wanted it to leak now. Understand this. Ron Paul is controlled opposition. Don't fall for the trap, folks.